You see, the Old Testament in Deuteronomy prophesied the coming of Jesus Christ. It prophesied the New Testament. And when Moses wrote that there was someone coming like him, that could do all the miracles, like him, like he could do miracles and stuff, that they were all to listen to. And anyone who didn't listen to him would be cut off from God's people. I wouldn't go to heaven. And that person was Jesus Christ. That's why the Pharisees and the priests came to John the Baptist and said, "Are you that prophet?" That's what they were referring to. So when Christ came to save us from the law, what he saved us from was the condemnation of the law. It cannot send us to hell. He saved us from our sins, as prophesied even in Genesis to Eve. And then also, there are parts of the law that don't apply to us today. Sacrificial system. Christ is the end of the sacrifice. He was the ultimate sacrifice. Plus, there's no temple to sacrifice in anyway, so God wouldn't accept sacrifices other places. Then on top of that, circumcision is not for us today because it's the circumcision of the heart. It's even prophesied in the Old Testament. I'll put a new spirit within you. I'll walk in you and be your God. You should be my people. And circumcision in the Old Testament was a nationalistic covenant thing for the land, not for salvation. It was a citizenship thing in the nation of Israel, not so much a salvation thing of following God. And yet the Jews had made it by the time of Christ, where they thought no one could get saved from outside of being a citizen of the land of Israel, which is not what the Bible teaches, Old or New Testament. Furthermore, there's parts of the Bible, the Torah, where God just got so fed up with his people, he was like, fine, if you don't want to listen to me, go do this and see how far you get. He put that in there for the hardness of their hearts. And then he illustrated in the Bible these stories in the Bible, historical stories, to show what he meant, so people can't say that's just your interpretation. Look at Balaam. He asked God to go to the king of Moab to curse Israel, and God said, no, don't go. He asked again, God said, no, don't go. He asked again, God said, no, don't go. Finally, God said, fine, go. And then God sent an angel to kill him. And he was, quote unquote, obeying God to go. Well, God just got so fed up, he told him go and then punished him for doing that then. And that's the same way with things with divorce and other parts of Torah, where God clearly contradicts it later in the Bible, saying, hey, don't do that. Because he was so fed up with them. And that's the parts he put in for the hardness of their heart. He was being sarcastic when he said some of those things.